Picture this. You're standing on the edge of a cliff. Behind you is everything you know. Your routine, your habits, the stuff that feels safe. But in front of you, it's all unknown. It's foggy, freaky, and yeah, a little terrifying. But here's the thing. Every big story, every great achievement, and all the growth happens when you take that step forward. So why do most of us stay standing on the edge, just waiting? Today, I want to talk about what happens when we finally get the courage to take that step forward. Does anybody know what stepping into the fog represents? Yes? Yes. Stepping out of the fog, or stepping into the fog is stepping out of your comfort zone. Most of us know what our comfort zone is, but for those of you who have a foggy definition of your comfort zone is your isolated bubble where you feel the most safe and the most at ease. We think that our comfort zone is a great place because there's no stress and no learning. But in reality, the magic happens outside of the comfort zone because that's where the learning happens. Picture it like this. Most of us, or some of us, have seen this, and this is a resistance band. We use this to build the muscles in our thighs. Every time we stretch this resistance band, it gets easier to stretch because we're building our muscles. This is similar to the comfort zone because every time you step out of your comfort zone, it gets easier and you get more confident. So why do we refrain from stepping outside of our comfort zone? The first reason is that we're afraid of judgment and of what other people think. The second reason is that since we're wired for survival, we often shy away from perceived threats, and that prevents us from even trying. The third reason, which is the biggest reason for most of us, that's that we're simply not confident enough. But none of these are reasons to keep us away from venturing outside of our comfort zone. We must take on the challenge because there's a serious cost if we don't. Firstly, we won't be able to get a hold of opportunities because we won't be able to network. That's the second reason. And the third reason is that we won't get any growth and there's no learning that's going to take place unless we step out of our comfort zone. There are a few benefits for stepping outside of your comfort zone that you should know. Firstly, if you put in the effort, you'll be able to achieve your goals a lot easier. Secondly, it'll boost your self-confidence in many aspects of your life. And thirdly, you will build your resilience, and that can also help you in a lot of the other aspects of life. Now, let me talk about my journey in public speaking. Believe it or not, I used to be really afraid of public speaking a few years ago. So how did I overcome this fear? First, I had to recognize that I was definitely afraid of public speaking, and I set a goal to overcome it. I created an action plan to practice 3 to 4 times a week, and my family helped me by creating opportunities that forced me to step outside of my comfort zone. They also helped by practicing with me deliberately, a lot. And although I couldn't see it at the time, every speech I gave made me a little bit better and a little more confident. This confidence carried out throughout the other aspects of my life, and it can carry out in yours too, if you step out of your comfort zone. There's a few things to keep in mind to make sure that you're doing it right. Firstly, be kind to yourself. We hear this a lot from others, but we often take it for granted. We need to make sure to give ourselves a little bit of grace and expect challenges. Second, don't overdo anything. It's good to have a little bit of anxiety, but too much can make you feel overwhelmed and you feel like you're pushing yourself way too far. Third, progress takes time, so don't expect to become the most confident person in the world overnight. Here's the big takeaway from this talk. If you want to grow in life and be confident and crush it in life, you have to step out of that comfort zone of yours. But make sure to be kind to yourself while you're at it. Thank you.